Well, Victor Gao is Vice President of the Centre for China and Globalisation. Victor, welcome to the programme. So this speech, this policy, it really is diplomacy without the diplomacy, isn't it? Now everybody knows where they stand.
Now, Secretary Blinken's China policy is starting on the wrong foot. It's a complete misunderstanding of China. It's a complete mislabeling of China. It's a complete distortion of what China stands for. China is a major force for peace and development. China's past track record over the past 44 years demonstrates that China has completely transformed itself and has made the world better. And the United States need to come to terms with a rising China rather than scheming to confront China or to scheming to hold China down. What the United States conspire to do will be doomed to failure. They will be living with the steady rise of China, and this is the megatrend of our time.
So what message do you think that the United States is sending to Beijing with this speech?
I think this will make China more self-reliant. It will further strengthen China's determination to strike out on its own, and it will further determine Chinese mind that the United States is out there to derail China. After all, to deprive the Chinese nation of 1.4 billion people of their fundamental right of development may be the largest crime against humanity. Secretary Blinken has the gut to say that the United States government wants to protect the people, save the people from being dying by gunshots, save those 19 innocent kids whose lives were taken away, stop the gun violence, stop the violence against the Afro-Americans. The United States has a full plate to deal with at home. The worst enemy is not outside of the United States. The worst enemy is inside the United States. And I think if you want to compete with China economically, be my guest. The world is an open playground for whatever country to do their best economically. But if the United States want to stir up a Cold War or a hot war, then they need to be prepared that they will be dealt with in a similar way.
They specifically said they didn't want to see a new Cold War. What would the Chinese leadership have preferred to have heard from America?
No, I think if you put everything together in Blinken's speech, then your logical conclusion is that they are preparing for a Cold War, or even a hot war. And the world does not need a Cold War. The world, mankind, do not need a hot war. Let's calm down. Let the United States come to terms with the rise of China. After all, China is not an enemy of the United States. The Chinese people, based on their own courage and hardworking spirit, etc., they are making changes unprecedented in the world. This is not for the worse. This is for the better of mankind. The United States will be surpassed as the largest economy in a matter of less than 10 years. So don't lose the sanity of the U.S. decision makers in Washington. They will live to see the time when the United States will be smaller as an economy than the Chinese economy. So this is the world we are living in. Whatever the U.S. decision makers want to do, they will not change the megatrend that China is on the rise. No country in the world can stop China's peaceful rise.
Victor Gao from the Centre for China and Globalisation.